Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to do the internal links. So these internal links will be jumping from these buttons up here to different sections of the page down below. What you need to do first is create slices around the sections. So this is not letting me click and drag, it's because my slice tool is not selected, it's this one. So let me just go back to slice tool, there we go. And I'm going to make a slice here. For maths, I've just gone over a bit, sorry, let me just go up. And I'm going to create a slice for English, so about here to here. You'll notice that I'm going up to the edge of the other lines here, so it gets rid of other spare useless slices. That's a good thing to do, otherwise you're going to end up with lots and lots of files here, that you don't really need. It's not going to make a difference, to be honest with you, other than you've just got more images sitting in your images folder. So there you go. So I've made my maths slice and my English slice. I'm also going to make my button slices up here as well. So these are the clickable areas. So I'm going to choose, you can choose the image as well actually, but I'm not going to. I'll just choose this area here. So there's my math slice. Then I'm going to choose my English slice, so the button, the clickable area basically. And then the science. And then I'll do the same for ICT. There we go. If you're not happy with it for whatever reason, just zoom in and you can just extend it if you're being a bit nitpicky. This is just, a more tolerant space to click the actual button to get to the actual section. So there you go. So once you've created the slices for your areas, you have to rename them. Okay, and the reason why you rename them is so that they are easily recognizable eventually when you get to the actual HTML. So if I go back here, right click, just to remind you, open with Notepad. So these names here, so you don't want these long names that you're not sure what they are. You want it to say actually maths and then English, or maths button, English button. You want it to say that. So that's why you need to rename them. Now you can see here the tool that I've got selected is my slice tool. So you want the slice select tool. The shortcut to it is Shift and C. So you can do that and double click and go ahead and start renaming your slices. So that's my maths. If I go down here, this is my English. This is my maths button. This is my English button, and I'm just going to do those two for now. And then just click OK, and then you just go ahead and you save. So remember, save the PSD file and then save for web. Click save because my settings are ready as I want them. Click the file that you want to actually save over. In my case, I do want to save over this. I don't want to save multiple versions or different versions. I'm just going to leave it as that I'm saving over, and then it's just saying we're going to create lots of images. You say fine. And that should have now, if I just right click this, open with Notepad, that should have now made references to new files. So you can see here, yep, maths button, English button has arrived, and so on. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just scroll down and find my maths section. So here's my maths section. There's nothing else that I called maths, so it has to be that. What you're going to do is create an anchor tag around this. Now tags are basically anything that starts with a bracket, like the angle bracket, and closes in an angle bracket. So anything that has that around it is known as a tag. This is also a tag, but it's an end tag because it's got a forward slash. Okay, so this TD tag was opened here, and it was closed here. Okay, so what we want is an anchor tag to open here, and we want it to close here. Okay, and let me go ahead and just do that. So an anchor tag looks like this. You just do a name, so anchor name equals, and then you call it whatever you want to call it. I'm going to call it maths, and then close the angle bracket. And these spaces, number of spaces, doesn't really matter. It doesn't really affect the script. I'm just doing it to make it clearer. And then you have to close. So you have to forward slash angle bracket forward slash A for anchor, and then the angle bracket again. So you have just named this anchor maths. So now we've named it maths, we now need to jump to that. And you do that from this button here. this maths button slice, sorry, here. So what you do is around this, you do ahref, which is a hypermedia reference. So ahref equals hashtag maths. So go to this place called hashtag maths. So I have now hyperlinked this whole line, or linked this whole line, which is basically a reference to the image, so it is the image. So this image has now been hyperlinked to jump to this place, and the HTML file knows that anything with a hashtag in front of it is a place within the document. Okay, let me just go ahead and file save that, X this, double click this, load it in a browser, and if I now hover over maths, you can see it's actually got it's activated now to be a link. So if I click it, there you go, it jumps to maths, and you do the exact same thing for English. Okay, and those of you who are comfortable with this, I hope that you can do jump to top. So you're going to edit your Photoshop file to maybe have a up arrow or a home or back to navigation bar or whatever here, and then you link it so that it jumps up here to an anchor here somewhere. I'll let you figure that out.